Good evening, everybody. This is Evostatus update 7A from the centerofthenet.com. Sorry for the long period without an update. I've been very busy lately. I had to fill in for a sick teacher and been working on an interesting job. I got that editing position, the proofreading position for an energy report company. So we make get to read about some energy projections for the Chinese market. I think it's really interesting. Good thing about it is I get to stay in my office more. I'm not doing on-site training as much, trying to take some time out to develop the center of the net here and get it up and rolling so I could hopefully spend some more time on it. I'm trying to improve my editing time, but that's not about the Evostatus update. Okay, so the only progress that I had to do in the last 2 or 3 days was just very briefly, and it was this morning and this afternoon, trying to create, trying to work on the user access, on the user permissions and stuff. Basically everything that we need to allow it to set up the user permissions for the organic groups, or what we call the Evo clusters. I have installed the a couple different modifications. I've installed the subgroup mod, and I've installed the Taxonomy Access mod, and I've installed let's see here, some other group access mods, and I'll be installing the so all these modifications are basically for user administration of subgroups. Now, I'm doing something that I don't like to do. I am actually oh, my son. I'm actually installing a lot of different modifications at once. And as I told you guys before, when you do that, you know, when something's bad, you don't know what the error is, and you should try to install one mod at a time. And I will try to install one mod at a time. I will a little bit, but the problem is this part of the development using Drupal is new to me, just like the rest of Drupal used to be new to me about a month and a half ago, and I can't learn Drupal. There's not a lot of clear information. I can't learn it without actually getting my hands dirty. So right now, I will be getting my hands as dirty as I can. And you know, it seems to me that I can't. Some of these mods need to be implemented together to be used with user groups. And then, of course, the big issue I have is are these mods going to work with the way that I have the composite layout set up? So I need to know, number one, if what I'm doing is right, and number two, if it is right, and if it's not working, is it not working because of composite layout? So what I'll probably do is I'll probably have to set this up with the non-composite layout structure to test it, to see if it works. I am doing a lot with the taxonomy, with the keywording development, and basically with the mind map I had, I need my hand back, son. Can I have it? Thanks. With the mind map that I have set up, I know I don't have the flowchart up. I will have the flowchart up eventually, so the public can see what I'm talking about, because it's a lot easier when you talk about complicated things to see the chart in front of your eyes. Basically, so far, I'm looking at the Evostatus is a structure model for the rest of the sites, at least. Well, at least I'm trying to see how it works within the I'm sorry, not the Evostatus, the Evocampus. And what I have set up here is I've set up, I've designed the structure a little bit for the chart, because you can't do it until you do it get the chart going. I've got the directories, the Evocampus structure set up. Basically, we have a directory structure where we're going to have a master directory, what I call a peasant directory, and an open subdirectory. Okay, a master directory is like when you go in the front door of Evocampus and you see, okay, you know, here's the courses that are offered, here's the sections, we got the course development, whatever. This is a directory, right? And then we have what's called a master branch, where if you a master branch is full administration privileges in the master branch, no user privileges, because we need to have somewhat of a foundation that cannot be messed up when there's high traffic going through there. So master directory is just like, think of the master branch as any subdirectory of the master that has only master admin privileges. Okay. Then we have peasant directory. Peasant. Well, you know what? We're talking about evolution and information setting is free. History repeats itself. How funny that when I think about how to set up user management, I'm going back to the old castle, king, serf, peasant structure, because that's pretty much how the user management goes. So I'm calling it the peasant directory and peasant branch. Well, peasant directory is where there'll be completely user rights, user admin rights will be for creating their own groups, creating permissions for people that they allow in their own groups. They could manage their own groups within a controlled structure. I'm sorry, not with the control structure. We're just like say, okay, this is box C, and all the users can create your own boxes inside box C. Box C. Okay, so that's the user areas of peasant. The peasants will be the lowest level of user admins within their own free area. Okay. Then there's an open subdirectory, and the open subdirectory is there'll be the collaboration where there's going to be the wiki and everything else, and then the open sub branch, which will be all the sub levels of the collaboration levels where it's shared user admin privileges. Okay. Now this structure, like I said, we're doing it for Evocampus, but ideally we're going to mirror this with other kind of content structures throughout the site. Okay. Next is the accessibility. Okay, so basically we've got the open source branches, the closed branches, and the open branch. Okay, that is the accessibility. Okay, well, so far I broke it down to directory structure, accessibility structure, member type, group type, permission type. Okay, so the accessibility, you know, basically I'm trying to say, okay, well, you know, who can go there? Well, everybody could go to not the permissions, but what kind of area. So we have open areas, closed areas, and open source areas. Okay, the open branch would be where the peasants would be. Okay, the closed branches would be the master directories and stuff, for example. Okay, now we're going to go to member type. So far, the member types that I have thus far created, I need to work on this in my head because it's really a lot. I feel like I'm just starting with Drupal again when I'm starting the user management area. Member types, we have master admin, which has complete site privileges, which is basically me right now. I don't see giving out master admin privileges to anybody else unless I got some kind of big admin person to help me in the back end. Okay, master admin, serf admin. Okay, what is a serf? Well, serfs are people that own land that the peasants work on, I guess, if I remember my history right. Well, serf is basically people that control groups. Maybe if you're looking at the Evocampus, if you're looking at a local school group, and like even my own school section for my own trainees, I'm going to classify myself as a serf just like any other person that's setting up their own local training area. Those are all serfdoms and stuff. There's freedom to create a little bit of administration, but the serfs administer controlled areas. Like, okay, they're going into the school ESL section, they've got to be creating an ESL group, and if it's about local district areas, training or whatever, then that's their serfdom. Yeah, they're free, but they have to do what the king tells them. It's not complete freedom. Then you got the peasant areas, and in this structure, the peasants have more freedom. The peasants can create whatever environment they want to. It would be like, okay, an open class. This is what I teach. This is my class area. Or if you're in another user area, you can say, okay, this is my blog area. That's where the peasants go. Okay, we're running on our close enough to our 10-minute limit, so I'll see you in 7B in 1 minute, okay? Remember, yeah, our YouTube's got the 10-minute limit, okay? So 1 second. We'll be right back.